If you'd like to see more of our videos, hit the subscribe button to stay on top of the market news. Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today's August 26, 2020. And today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, Facebook surges to new record highs as the market makes a rotation. But first, let's take a look at the various markets. So we don't have any economic events scheduled for today, but tomorrow we have a bunch of events actually scheduled. Now looking across the board in the market, starting out with the currencies, it's very low volume and consolidation is happening across the board. We'll take a look at the various majors in just a second. Looking at the indices though, the Dow Jones retraces after having a nice rally above 28,000, while the NASDAQ rallies to new highs with Facebook. Okay, the rotation happening again where you're having certain stocks take us higher and then pushing the markets higher and higher. Now looking at the commodities, gold are pretty much tapering off still, and oil pretty much unchanged, so no new news there. And lastly, looking at the stocks, Facebook taking the spotlight, and Microsoft is looking like it's going to break out. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're looking here at the Euro USD at a 4-hour chart. You could see the lack of volatility here and the lack of volume that we've been trading in such a tight range. And this is completely normal, okay? We are in the end of the summer. We had this nice rally from the beginning of August, end of July, all the way up until now, where we've rallied close to 1,100 pips. But now it looks like we've been consolidating. I mean, this is the larger consolidation. But at these type of intervals, you just got to take a little bit of a breather, okay? Nothing to jump in, okay? Just take a little bit of an easy perspective of what's been going on. Now, Gbp Usd, same story, 131.25 right now. We're looking at a daily. If we're looking at a 1-hour chart, you can see it's been in a pretty tight range, okay? A 30 to 40 pip range. Not much doing here as it's consolidating over the past couple of days. Now looking at the Rand slowly trickling down. Now this is, reluctant to break this 1645 to get there, but it may still do it. Okay, so just keep this on your radar as a possible retracement down to the 1645-ish level. Now jumping into gold, you can see that we're selling off here. We're just at that support level in 1918. Question is this going to actually fruate? We do have this head and shoulder, but it's really not really fruiting here with lack of volume and just lack of volatility here. But if this does break this 1918 and stay below it, we may see it consolidate down to the 1870-ish level. Okay, that could still happen as the indices are making all-time new highs. So when the indices go up, gold sells off. It should already have sold off much more, but I think people who are holding gold are not as easy to sell it off because they're still anticipating it's going to go up going into the end of the year. Now looking at the Dow Jones, we had a bit of a retracement yesterday. We took a double top at 28,445-ish level, and we sold off down to 28,000. We're bouncing off of it. We're right now smack in the middle. Okay, so looking at later today, this may be a pennant, okay, for a nice bull bounce, okay, on the upside. But take a look at it, just absorb it, because the markets are still making a little bit of a rotation. Okay, so jumping into that rotation, let's take a look at Facebook as it's making its all-time new highs. $280, broke above this 273 yesterday and just took it off. Now, it's got to sustain itself, okay? It's got to make an about face. Maybe it'll retrace down to 276. That's okay. That's a 50% retracement, but ultimately you do want to see it on the upside. Now jumping into Microsoft, which is really the one that is showing some promise on the upside. Let's jump into it on a daily chart. It's just popped above that 215 resistance-ish area. Okay, that's a daily chart. So I'd like to see this actually push higher. If it does push higher, we could definitely see it go up to at least 220, 225 even. Okay, so unbelievable for Microsoft. That means it would have doubled since the pandemic started from the low of March 18th. Okay, so still lots of things happening in the markets. Amazon challenging that upper limit also right here at 3338. Okay, we had that high of 3371, but still you see that it's strong. You see that it wants to break out. Okay, the stocks and the S&P 500 all made their and their targets, made up their losses, that 34% loss since the pandemic, and now they're going higher. Okay, so this is quite interesting what's happening going into September trading. Okay, now lastly, looking at Bitcoin, it's been hovering around this area for quite some time and finally retracing. It hit this 11,700-ish level, not breaking above it, not sustaining that 12,000, and now breaking below it. So at most, I would expect it to go down to 10,187 as it makes this retracement on the downside. So keep that still on your radar. Now, again, I don't want to emphasize this enough. It's summer trading. There's lighter volume, less participation in the markets. It's more choppy, not as volatile as well. So just trade accordingly. This is Fred Razak, and we wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.